Manga? I think it's very funny to say a manga. Yeah. I do it on purpose now, yeah. Yeah. It's nothing. In exchange for not watching the movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million over the Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took out the sticker. See, it's this one. I'm sorry I was born stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million? Hoo-hoo, but in the end, I'm still gonna watch the movie. Well, who cares about that anymore? So hurry up and give me my invitation ticket. Okay, here you go. Already says on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today at this time. By the way, you can only give it away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. Already stamped today's date on the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, you only have to plan. I don't plan to watch it once. Now I'm gonna prepare the protection reel. Please wait a bit, okay? Hajime, about the invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep it that safe. How? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm. Movie ticket invitation has been added to the True Bull section of your handbook. Mm-hmm. Or for under two. It's common, it's common. I've seen that movie before. Fellowship was the best one. I do remember when he got hit with a bunch of arrows, yeah. Probably not. I only ever seen the movie once. I thought it just bled out. Like they won the battle and then he just kind of he died. They say like their goodbyes and he kind of just dies. I can see it. I like the first one a lot. It's not really a big battle guy, so like three with the battle at the castle is not really for me. Yeah, like, I'm not a big like all-out war guy, so yeah, that's why people like it a lot. So from that, yeah, I like the spider fight. I just don't remember two at all, really. Right, that was I think that's in three as well. I don't know why. And that's the one where the main dude, main kid, he falls into the drink and then he sees like Ghost Golem or whatever. That was 3? Okay. Like I said, I don't remember 2 at all, so I thought maybe I remembered the scene, but apparently not. So, when they're going through the swamps, him and Samwise Genji. It's yeah, Gremlin. Yeah. I thought 3 they were. I thought 2 ends with them about to enter the, the evil area. Okay. Well, I thought like 2 was when they're outside. At the end of 2 is when they're at the wall to Mordor. Okay. And then 3 they're pretty much they start getting they enter Mordor. And they go into that weird underground castle with all the uh, green and the ghosts. That one, yeah. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations. Got him good.
Impossible.
I got you. Yeah, I know him. Yeah. Yeah, I know Orlando. Orlando was blown up at the time, so I'm gonna probably give him as much screen time as possible. With the first Pyre movie coming out at the same time. He wasn't a big. He wasn't as big though. Sean Bean, yeah, but he was dead in the first one anyway. So. The dude who had a horse, who adopted the horse. The main dude who wears a black cloak and adopted the horse in the movie, and then he broke his toe or whatever. Yeah, was he big? Aragorn, yeah. I would say the little kids are the main characters, but no. When I think of Lord of the Rings, my mind goes to Frodo. So. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, he still had like a main character out of the Game of Thrones books. Yeah. Hmm. But I do remember Samwise Genji's name faster than Frodo. It's a pretty good name. I don't ever remember like which one was Pippin and which one was not Pippin. This is the one that I guess like yelled at by Gandalf, right? Okay, okay. Oh, doesn't 2 have the scene where they talk to the trees for like an hour and a half until they actually decided something? I remember really picking up my phone during those scenes because I was kind of bored watching them talk to the tree. I can picture it being like 18 chapters of them just talking to the tree, and then saying the tree saying there will be many casualties, and they come out all on top. Not every tree just decimate every single orc imaginable and knock down the towers, flood the base. It is like 7 hours of story, so it's a lot of reading. My movie adaptation of the Silmarillion. Little kid with hairy feet. Pretty much is adapted in most fantasy worlds. I would think he's older than he is. I want to say he's like from the 1700s. I don't know why. Yeah, I just assume he's that old when I hear about his stories. Mm. Yeah, I just think the Lord of the Rings is written like 100 or 200 years ago. Yeah. Mm. I think it was well done. I'm looking forward to watching the Amazon one and seeing how they butcher it. No, absolutely. I never watched The Hobbit, so I was told not to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All I think whenever I hear the movie, I just think about the Frodo. What's his dude's name again? No, the actor. Elijah Woodhouse was like crying inside the set because it was all CD or CG at that point. He was crying at a green screen. Or no, it was Sir. Yeah, I think he was the one who was crying. Old Gandhi. They didn't want Liv Tyler too. When I went to go watch the Lord of the Rings movies like 3 years ago, I was so surprised that Tyler was in even the movie. I thought she was like 30 nowadays. Say 28 in the movie. Something like that, yeah. I still think Steven Tyler is like 50, so that's why I get confused. Like 2003? Because they pushed back the Dark Towers, right? Because 9/11? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they redid some of the scenes, I believe. Mm. Yeah. Oh, when he gets into a fight with Deagle? I remember his name. I remember Deagle. The 5 seconds on screen, I remember Deagle. I know nothing of the TV setting. I didn't even know what they were going off of. The TV show setting. Is that well? What age is the movies? First age? Third. When is Shadow War or whatever the first one is out of the video games? Shadow Mortar, yeah. I never played the second one. I only played the first one. I played a little bit of two, but not much. I feel like I could do all of one in like a day, but two I played for like 12 hours and I feel like I didn't even like leave the start. They fought like the Spider Lady. Hmm. I kind of remember something being kind of weird, yeah. Mm. Right, that's what I remember. I was hearing the Siege of Battle, yeah. It's kind of like for the Batman games, you gotta find all the riddles. The Batman Arkham Knight, to get all the riddles done. Yeah. Yeah, go do all these meaningless puzzles to go watch the final cutscene. All over. No, like I had fun doing the puzzles for Batman. I couldn't imagine me doing like siege battles for like 120 of them. They have loot boxes in too, right? They have loot boxes in it as well, right? Yeah, they get loot boxes. I mean, like I had fun doing the puzzles for Batman, but it was like 158 puzzles. You get the knockout. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then you get the Skellige and say frick it. Once I saw I had to go on the boat, I was like, I'm not doing this, sorry. You will not get me jumping into the water, swimming down to the bottom of the sea for 20 seconds, coming back up, fighting mermaids on the way, and then just going to the next one. All for like 500 gold. The harpies. It's just crossbow combat. Yep. It'll one-tap stuff in the water. But it's the most boring thing you can use. I'm all for the short and sweet nowadays. I'm just kind of over open world games nowadays. If the game itself has always been open world, sure, but if a game who has been like recently like or has been linear for all of its time, and then the new one becomes open world like Halo and all that, I kind of hate it. Elden Ring, yeah. Yeah, I just get annoyed of it. Some people are like, it's not open world, I don't want to play it. Yeah, like Divinity, it's open world, but you're kind of forced to do everything to get levels. I played Morrowind. Not much, but I played it. Yeah, they just like they'll write out like what you gotta do. Like tell you to go like west of this town, 150 paces from this town. Mm. That's always good. Mm-hmm. I should probably keep reading this book. This 80-hour book that was yeah. It's fine. Jimmy, I can't believe you bought that thing, and you pay $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you should have just settled it with money and get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know? Just leave me alone.
No, no, no.
In the middle of preparing, don't rush, don't rush. Hasty boys get hated, you know? They might even get hated by boy bears too, you know? Video game poster, what's interesting. Definitely gonna buy that. The food shop. Other things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are all arranged here. Maybe the transcript? What was I doing? Just wait until he finishes the preparations? Just wait. Item on top of the counter? Yeah, that was thinking bag. One looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth. Decal of Monomi's face on it. Catch your eyes, an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. Limited item, only one person can have it. Tote bag is gone, that means.
What's this?
Whoa there, were you interested in buying that tote bag? That stupid bag is already sold out. Could you sell it to?
So
There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way that's something that would reveal who the killer is. The killer bought it? I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? Not limited to one, it's more like it's limited to one person.
Hey,
What's the difference? When you buy one bag, you get another one free. It's a common practice to pay customers with bonus prizes. For some reason, hearing you say that makes me angry. Monokuma account that added to your truthful section of your handbook. I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of that tongue. Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theater right away.
I can't wait.
Hoo hoo hoo, this is exciting, exciting. I apologize for keeping you waiting. World famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Minomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D that sounds so half-butt.
Please relax and enjoy the film.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates. One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise. And was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monami lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows. He also met a Monami Tin Man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful.
Yeah, I'm in a cutscene.
Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami.
It's always pretty good.
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
The movies are the best. The drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, one for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet again.
Bye-bye.
Last trial. Goodbye, bye-bye. Two guys that even let that aside right now. That's all I can say to describe the situation. How was it? I actually don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. Honestly, the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it okay to even call it a movie? It's the movie, now you know, right? Yep. Characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in the case. Boogie's death by hanged matches the Scarecrow's death. Not just that, but who could suspended body matches the lion's death too. I thought it was more the thinking Tin Man, which looks like he's being held by tape. Not real by arrows, but just in pieces. Would make a complete imitation of the killer who killed 3 people. Seems like that wasn't possible. Perhaps the killer is upset with that right now, or the killer's main goal was an imitation murder. They should be upset about it, but not sure that's even true. Wizard of Monomi has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh, the case is starting. Oh god.
hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome! The class trial's gonna start, you know. So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP! I'll see you soon!
It's already time. Do this again. I need to go to that place again. Now's not the time to be a coward. Reason Ibuki and Yoko became victims in order to find the truth. One thing I could do is go. Well, at least the rest of the case is voice acted. In a minute. Uh-oh. It died! My Tamagotchi died! I'm sorry, I forgot again. Everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock. Soon enough.
Welcome!
Everybody here, do you guys want to go to the class trial?
Wait!
Hey, jerk, hold it right there.
Monomy's such a
But don't
dumb
get in my way.
child.
Dumb little sister who's short of your brain cells. Bring more spine. Monokuma, what did you do with Nekamaru? Come to avenge him? Sounds like he died.
Anyway,
Oops. No, Nekamaru was unfortunately unavailable today. We'll just say he's absent. Gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Hey, hey!
What he said? Don't worry about that, there's no way Nakamura is dead, he's just trying to make us angry.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead, there's no way, no,
Well-
not in years. More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nakamura will die. Why are you excited
How
about
about
that?
it?
I'm looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
Do you yet?
What are you saying, Fiend?
See?
We're not soon enough.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do
let's
it!
go. You're right. Stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. I suddenly noticed it. Our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. Can't turn back now. Turn back now and we'll be able to press forward. Everyone was inside Monokuma Rock. Elevator began the deep descent as usual. Nobody said a word. We stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other. The elevator descended deeper and deeper. And then as far as I could go, it finally stopped. Elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. They poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness. I walked into that place.
Wah-wah?
It feels pretty toothless. All those empty seats. Two people got killed at the same time, and Nekamaru's not here either. Nekamaru really not participating. If he's alive, you should invite him.
That's
Why bother?
well now.
What?
Yahoo!
Beginning of the long way to class trial, please enjoy it to your heart's content. So the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. Buki Miyoda, the ultimate musician, really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all the pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. And then Hiyoko Seiyonji, ultimate traditional dancer. Looking at her adorable face, you never knew she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. Trying to change herself, so she was desperately trying to become the terms in the heart of his death. The person who killed these two is among us. Definitely can't believe it. Whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Once I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this heck. That's why I must find out no matter what the cost, for our sake, for our friend's sake, for Buki and Yoko's sake. And so the curtain to the third class trial was about to open. A life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Save current progress. Thank you. Class trial start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up.
Alright, so
The
to kill the
emptier
people?
your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
I don't really think Mikan would kill him. I think it's a possibility.
A hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime?
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then, I noticed Ibuki was gone. So, I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so, we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
Because it's
Sorry,
Hajime?
I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now.
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
This is because she said Nagito was the kind of guy who will just confuse us and make matters worse. I shouldn't explain it to Nagito. I'm in trouble with him thanks to that. Okay, well, well, let me be a patient ticket.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all,
Hajime's the only witness.
Maybe I should let it play out more.
Damn it!
Hajime's testimony.
Hajime's step in the fact that Ibuki...
That would also be.
I don't think I can after all.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were...
No, that's
There we go.
wrong.
No, that's wrong.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway. Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way
I
that's
just figured
possible.
that's where the extra cloth came from, was the extra... She was there the entire time. They just ripped off the cloth afterwards.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two! Sonia and Kazuichi!
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you? Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
If killer was inside the music venue, Fuyuko obviously thinks that's so, but is that really it? Make your argument.